Great. Well, welcome everyone. It's good to see so many old familiar faces and lots of new faces. I understand from Glenn there are half of you have been to one of these before and half of you haven't. So for those that haven't, I think you're in for a very interesting and exciting day. I would say, without blowing our own trumpet, I would say this is probably the best NEC event there is, and it basically embodies what NEC is about, which is about collaboration, a sense of community, trusting one another, and the dialogue and the sharing of innovation and the sharing of ideas that we get in this conference is what we're all about and NEC's all about. You may have noticed that the venue is slightly different from usual. Our offices have changed. No. We're having our offices renovated at the moment, so hence the temporary relocation to this venue. But next year we will be back at One New Change, so that would be good. I think you can see from the theme of today is collaboration, and I was thinking about collaboration, and it's interesting because the word doesn't actually appear in the NEC contracts, but it underlines the ethos of NEC, and the word that does appear is trust. 10.2 as it now is, the parties shall act in a spirit of trust and cooperation. They shall trust one another. I always think that's a bit of a sort of strange provision in the sense that you're mandating trust. You're saying you shall trust. You can't force people to trust one another. What you can do, and what the contract does do, is open the door to trusting and collaborative behaviours. And collaboration is a means to an end. It's not an end in itself. It's a means to adding value to a project. What a contract can do is open the door and whether to trusting collaborative behaviours, and whether or not you choose as individuals and we choose to step through that door is something that takes a positive commitment in terms of the mindset. As lawyers, I always say, actually the contract isn't as important as people think. The contract is really just a set of rules, and if the parties don't want to behave in a collaborative way, then the contract's not going to work. The NEC is not going to work. It's the ethos that underpins the contract that is key to a successful project. And this conference really isn't about a contract. It's about that behavioural aspect of trust and collaboration. We'll see that today in terms of the various sessions that we're going through. So that's my two penneth. So without further ado, I'll hand over to Glenn, who will take us through today's session.